All right, we're live. There we go.
Ooh.
Did you already get a chance to look at these workouts?
Yeah, I looked at the Monster Games ones the most, and then
Okay.
like the Brazil ones give me a headache just because they're not all in English.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like
Yeah.
I don't know, just like randomly just confuses me. But yeah, I looked at them.
All right. Okay, let's start with the Monster Games ones. Then let me share my screen here. Okay. I haven't looked at all of these yet, but I do know you sent me the one with the thrusters in between. And so
Yes,
I wanted to look at these. So
I think
what
that's
is
the
this
first
Monster
one.
Games exactly? Is it like
I don't
a
even. It's isn't it First Form sponsored? It's like a first. Isn't the
yeah.
First Form Monster Games?
Yeah, but is it like it's a qualifier to an in person, or is it just it says qualifier right there.
Yeah. I think it. Yeah, I think it's been going on a few years. I don't know
So is
much
it
about
just
it.
like a Iron Games type of vibe?
Yeah, I think it's like decent level. Like I don't even know. I just think they have plenty of
Like
money. First form
are there any
backing.
semifinals guys there?
Maybe like a couple, one or two in the past. I don't necessarily think on a consistent basis.
Probably not this year since all the weird schedule stuff.
True. Yeah, I don't even know when the live or the in-person comp is gonna be.
All right. Okay, let's go individual. Is it not going to show me?
It was right there, wasn't it?
It says event 4 through 6, but I don't know why this is not showing.
Oh, click into it. Yeah.
And then it won't let me click on the
Huh.
there's no
Maybe just
drop
try to
down list.
maybe just try to refresh it.
There we go. All right. Beth, this is the one I think you sent me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 on, 2 off for 5 rounds, 20 cal row, max rep thruster. I'm assuming that means like unbroken. And then 20 toes to bar. Any round that 20 toes to bar is not completed, the score for that round is 0.
At first glance, like this workout, you just hate it because it's so confusing. That was my
Like it makes no
biggest.
sense.
Yeah, I did. I saw someone post the workout, and that's when I sent it to you, and I said, "Please tell me you did not write this workout." 'Cause I just did the way it's written is so dumb. Like I don't understand it, and it's just confusing. One, there's like brings into question like when do you do the toes to bar? When it says max reps, like you just said, does it have to be unbroken? Like you don't even know if it has to be unbroken. So it's just like, why are they even writing it this way? I've never seen a workout with an asterisk written and then like an explanation. So,
Yeah.
but I will say, I mean, go ahead. What were your first thoughts on it?
My first thought, like when I first looked at it, I like actually didn't understand, and I thought it was written for like a like class workout. Cause
Right.
like I could see this for like, well, even then, like 20 toes to bar. It just doesn't make sense. Like I don't know what like when I watched it, when I looked at it, I was like, what level is this for? Like at first glance, I was like, oh, it's a class workout. But then like 20 toes to bar, 20 cal row and 20 toes to bar in a 2-minute window is still crazy for like
Right.
your average class.
It's still a tight
So
window. So yeah, I was just like, my biggest complaint is I just don't know why they wrote it the way they did. I think they should have just did 20, 16 cal row, 20 toes to bar, and then you just do your max thrusters in remaining time. I just don't
yeah,
understand why you have to get cute with it and like um
put the toes to bar at the
give
end.
yeah I just don't understand like why it has to be and what do they mean by mat like they just want you to like what's the point of they want you to get fatigued on a thruster before you have to do toes to bar. I don't know.
Or is like the goal like max reps, like as many as you can get while still thinking you can do the toes to bar.
Right, I guess that's what they want. They wanted you to like gamify it, like how many can you squeak in before you have to go get hit the toes to bar, and like are you gonna like be risky and think you can go unbroken and maybe you can't, which I don't know. I get it a little bit. Like when I looked into it more, I was like, okay, it's not as bad. Like they want you to like do the row hard so that you can do as many thrusters as possible and then still give yourself enough time to do toes to the bar. So I don't hate it as much as I like looked at it and like figured it out, but it also just makes it like, I don't know, just a little
It's
bit
just so
like,
weird. Like I've never seen anything like that, and I feel like you like almost. Well, I don't know. It's just so gamey. Like I feel like you could win this and not even be like close to the fittest person who does it.
how, what do you mean? Like how?
Like if you just time it right to like doing the right amount of thrusters and then doing toes to bar, like you could do it to where you're not even close to like being the best at these things or the fittest, but you just like timed it right for your thrusters.
I don't know. 5 rounds, like it's gonna be a good amount of volume because I mean that's 100 toes to bar, and it's like
Yeah.
you still like I don't know. You have to push.
But if you
the
do
row
19
hard.
toes to bar on a round, you get no points for that round. No thrusters.
Right.
All right.
I don't know.
I want to read this
Overall,
flow.
it's just a weird score. I don't know. I just don't know why they. I just think it's the same workout if you would have just done the row cows,
2020.
mandated the 20 toe to bar, and then just max thruster. I just think you should have done it like that.
At 3, 2, 1, go. Athlete will row until monitor reads blah, blah. After completion of the row, move to the barbell where they complete as many thrusters as possible. After completing X number of thrusters, the athlete will then move to the rig, complete toes to bar before the 2-minute window ends. At the end of the first 2-minute interval, athlete will rest for 2 minutes for the next interval.
Yeah, so I mean it makes sense.
So
Like
weird.
you just do as many thrusters as you can until you think like you have to get the toes to bar for the time runs out. So they want you to have to like maybe try to game it and be risky, and if you fail,
But like 20 cal row is what, 50 seconds if you're like pretty like pushing it?
that's like a good hard pace is 50 seconds. Yeah, I mean you could do it faster, but don't think it'd be worth it.
And then how long is 20 toes to bar?
My cycle rate time.
30?
It's not 2 second or a second per 2 seconds per rep, is it?
Maybe 1.
It's a little more than 1. So what do you think? It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So
So like that's 30 seconds. So then that gives you
with
40
transitions, you basically
seconds.
have 30 set. You basically have 30 seconds to do thrusters. We're talking with transitions and stuff.
Yeah.
And a thruster is about 1 rep every 2 seconds. So if you went an unbroken with 15 and you stayed that way, that's pretty nasty for 5 rounds if you're able to do 15 unbroken thrusters, 95.
Yeah. So if you did 20 cal row, 15 thruster, 20 toe to bar, if you could hold that. Yeah. I mean,
Let's hurry.
it makes more sense like the more I think about it, but when I first read it, I was like, what the frick is this?
Can
dude?
you go look at the leaderboard and see what the best score was on that? Because
so.
what is that? 75 thrusters. I bet it's got it. I could see someone getting a little more, maybe up into the 80s. I'd be shocked if someone got in the 90s.
Was it Beth? Yeah. Top score was 89.
So close to 90. It's pretty good. Who is it?
Jeff Verdon.
Hmm.
Let's see. Do we recognize any of these names?
I recognize Josh. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Mateus. And Andres Stearns. He competed at Iron Games one year.
Okay. 88. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Look
so
at this though. Like 14 was 61.
Wait, who was 61?
14th place was 61 thrusters.
Oh.
And first place was almost like 89. So
it's a pretty big drop off.
30 rep spread in the top 14. How many people did this? I don't want to scroll all the way down, but
I don't know. Let's move on to the next workout.
Okay. So the second one, 4-time 18-minute cap, 60 bar facing burpees, 30 squat cleans at 185, 40 bar facing burpees, 20 squat cleans.
Can you change your screen so I can see it? I did. I recognize it, but it didn't follow. Sorry. This is my favorite workout of all of them.
I like this one. This one's cool.
I don't even like this one, like for me personally, because I freaking hate burpees. But I can be unbiased enough to be like, I think that's a great test right there.
Yeah. That's a big chunk of squat cleans, the 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how they upped the weight like up to 225, and by the time you get to the 225 squat cleans, you've already done 100 bar facing. Like you're pretty smoked. So I like the combo of like how metabolic it is, and like it's no joke on the weight. So I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see like what type of sets people are doing on the squat cleans, or sorry, not sets because you're doing singles. So why
Like
would you
pacing.
yeah, just like how fast they're picking the bar back up, and I think it comes down to the 20 squat cleans. Like I think like there's no need to race anything because 20 squat cleans at the end of that workout is just gonna be brutal. So
Yeah. Hey, will you do me a favor if you
yeah,
can on your phone and text Brendan and say I sent him the link on Instagram?
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is like a really good workout, especially for a qualifier because it's just so simple and like this is nasty, bro.
I love just like couplets when people can do like just a good workout with just a simple couplet.
Yeah.
I just love because it's like not trying to get cute, just two simple movements. And yeah, it's dense, metabolic, very very breathy, and then got to be heavy lifting too. So I just think it's a good balance. Like doesn't favor one or the other by any means. I think it's a pretty good balance.
What do you think the scores on this were?
Oh, man, let's see, 100 bar facing burpees. I think like at a steady pace, people are doing 12 a minute, just with all the squat cleans. So what is that? 9 or what? 8? I mean, 8 minutes of burpees alone, and then 50 squat cleans. Oof. Maybe doing like 5 a minute is pretty fast. I feel like probably be 4 with all those 4 a minute.
Yeah.
So 4.
Well, maybe a little fast. Do you think a little faster than 4 at the
Yeah, they're gonna
185?
have to be. I guess maybe I don't know what I'm thinking.
I think you probably do like 5 or well, I think you could do 6 with the 185 a
Yeah,
minute,
sure.
and
You're
then
going pretty
probably
fast. I guess I keep just thinking about that 225 bar. I don't know.
on the 225 probably like 4 a minute. Yeah.
This people are gonna be. I bet a lot of people got capped on this.
Yeah.
I
I
would go
think
look at the scores.
15 would be like pretty good.
That's what I was saying. A couple minutes under the cap, probably the top score. But then I bet.
Yeah. Right here, top scores 14-11.
Yep. I think that guy's way strong too. I think he can clean like 400.
And then 14-14. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
It's impressive.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. AMRAP 21, 0 to 10, 10 chest to bar pull-ups, 5 40-foot shuttle runs, 10 box jump over, and then you rest from minute 10 to 11, and then 5 40-foot shuttle runs, 10 box jump over at a higher, same, and then 5 bar muscle-ups. I like how they have the like 1 minute rest. Like it's one AMRAP, but it still has a 1 minute rest, and then it's kind of a similar thing, but it's like still all one score. I wonder if like these are even enough to make it so that you couldn't really like I feel like you could maybe sprint this beginning part and make up a bunch of time compared to this second part. Or reps, I guess. Because it is one score, I think.
Oh, just like bank as many reps as you can on the first part.
Yeah, because like you can do chest to bar pull-ups way faster than you can do 5 bar muscle ups. Well,
I don't know. That's about.
actually,
It is faster for sure. Like yeah, because you're gonna do 10 chest to bar in like 10 seconds, 10 to 12 seconds, right? And then 5 bar muscle ups about a rep every 3 seconds. So it's gonna be 15 seconds. So yeah, the bar muscle ups definitely a little bit longer, but for me personally, like chest to bar is way more taxing just because it's such a faster cycle rate. It's just more aggressive. Whereas like a bar muscle up, I can breathe through it. So yeah, I don't know. When I looked at this workout, I thought it was just all running workout, the shuttle runs. I just think it's dictated off the shuttle runs. Just because I think the chest to bar so fast. Once again, 12 seconds, like max, and then box jump overs. Like those are gonna be quick too. It's only gonna be
that's like
20
30
seconds
seconds.
max. No, not even that, dude.
So
Well,
at a
30. I guess
30-inch
30.
box?
Yeah, you're right. And people are probably all right. Benefit of the doubt 30, but that's like between chest to bar and box jump overs alone. Like you're doing that in under a minute. But then the
Yeah.
shuttle runs are gonna take over a minute. Like you could do it in a minute, but that's like a way fast pace, and I don't think that's the pace you're gonna be going at. So I think the
No,
run
because
sets the
these are
majority.
40-foot shuttles being like 20 down and 20 back.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking 40 down. I don't know what I'm
40
thinking.
out and back. Yeah. So they're even
5. Oh,
shorter
so
than
that's
like a
not that many.
standard.
That's true. I don't like that. I don't like 20 feet.
That seems too short to me.
That's just too
Like
short.
25,
25 already
even
is
when
like,
we do 25 feels like, why am I even doing this?
yeah, you're doing like a lot of like little, just tiny like shuffle steps. So
Yeah.
I would hate that just in terms of, I don't know, just quick turns. I just hate shuttle runs bullet up the back. But yeah, I mean, that makes me like the workout less. And the other thing is like, I don't like just 5-bar muscle ups. I feel like they needed to do maybe like 6 or 7. I feel like even that's a big separation. I feel like everybody can hold on to 5-bar muscle ups. I'd have liked to seen them do something where like people like would have to break.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like that's like just to just
So do you
separate.
want like bigger chest to bar sets too then, or just the muscle ups?
I feel like maybe I'm looking at a bias because to me, like I would break chest to bars maybe intentionally because
Like in
it's
fives?
such an easy drop. Like you lose no time. Um, put bar muscle up, like reinitiating the big hip. Well, I
Yeah.
just think in this 5 reps, I think you can hold on to unbroken. So I don't know. I like the chest to bar. I would like to see like, but also like obviously like the style, like the way the workout looks too. Like you just keeping the same rep scheme, like with numbers 5s, make it look pretty. So it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that one. I think it's cool. Actually have no point of reference, but top score was 385.
Yeah, no idea.
How many rep? I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I think these last 3 was like on 0, on 10. Yeah.
It's like a 30-minute running clock.
Yeah, so on 0, on 10, I think. Yeah, on 0,
Yeah, I
on 10,
actually
on
really like.
20.
I really like this setup.
The 3-part.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that too, yeah. Especially for a qualifier, because I think it's so good. Like you can get that many more tests in.
I do think that is a good way from like a schedule standpoint, or like just like a convenience, is just putting it within one window.
Mhm.
Even as an athlete, like just like you got to do it in one straight shoot instead of like stopping, cooling down, resetting. Like it's kind of nice to just like knock out 3 within one video. And yeah, I think I kind of like that. You should
Yeah.
pull it up the workout. I can't remember what the first
Oh,
2 were. I remember the final
I
one was
keep
the
forgetting to
lift.
switch the
Oh yeah,
tab.
devil press.
So 8-minute cap, 20
So
devils
natural.
press, 200 dubs, 20 devils press. Dude, if I did this, my thumbs would feel like hell. They would feel so bad, bro.
Just because like you hook grip it on the dumbbell.
No, I don't. But for some reason, it blows up my thumbs when I do devil's press.
Thumbs.
Like
Never
right
heard that.
here.
Oh, like, is that when you like throw the dumbbells into the ground on the way back
Maybe.
down?
Is
That's
that
what
what's
I do
doing
on
it?
devil's press. I try to just drive the dumbbells back out of the ground as fast as I can. Just
Do you
get in
do
the
like
next
one
rep.
head or do you do both heads? I try to do like the bottom
Both.
head first and then like let them
I
hit
think
like this.
they slam down about the same time. But this workout's it's a good one. It's fast. I think like you have to push it hard. I
Would you
think
do
that
the double unders unbroken?
I mean you would you would attempt it. I don't know, dude. I think that's so many too that I think like a planned break is fine.
Yeah.
Uh, especially if you can knock out 20 devil press with 50s. I mean, nowadays guys are cranking that out so fast. This is such a sprinty workout. Yeah, I think you're pushing for unbroken on the dubs, and just if you trip, it's just obviously accidental.
Bro, this looks nasty to do. I really like it though. Like this like simple up and back chipper. I want to see what the top scores on this
I
were.
think you could get. You can do 20 devils press in a minute.
So what
Well,
do you think?
just I'd say like 115 is probably so 115, 230. I bet someone's went sub 5.
Let's see. Can I 507.
Mm.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Was that the top time?
Yeah. Travis Wolf. Blair Chapman. Do you know Blair Chapman? That sounds like a familiar name.
I feel like Travis Wolf sounds familiar. Like I've seen it on the leaderboard somewhere.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say sub 5 would be like
507.
cooking. But I mean, I think like semis athletes could get sub 5 for sure.
Okay, so that's the first 10-minute one, and then the second 10-minute one is 8-minute cap, 2 rounds of a 40-foot farmer's carry lunge, 4 wall walks, into 4 rounds, double front rack walking lunge, 16 kipping handstand push-ups, into 2 rounds. Oh, frick, I forgot to share this tab. Into 2 rounds, double dumbbell lunge switch grip. I don't know what that is, and then 40-foot handstand walk.
Is that like 1 front rack, 1 farmer carry?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't care that bad, but
Switch grip. Yeah, it's probably like one like this, right?
oh
Is
yeah,
that what you were
overhead
thinking?
front rack.
Or were you
I
thinking
feel like they
one
call
like
that
this?
mixed. Switch? I don't know. Don't tell me they made you hold it like reverse like this. I don't know. That first workout makes me feel a little. Dude, do you imagine? I saw someone on Instagram the other day doing like a trap bar deadlift variation where they like hook
Like
it like this.
inverted?
Yeah,
Oh my
inverted.
gosh,
I
bro.
can't remember what they called it, but
It's like, have you seen Bronislaw, however you say his last name, Ulenkowicz, do the underhand snatch?
no.
Dude, he snatched like 275 like that. Oh, look
I
at
feel like
this.
you
Look
could
at
like
this.
cheat
Look
like a
this
bunch
here.
of like bicep. Oh, Moss boy. Oh, just
What's
Oh,
up,
how
Brooke?
did I get on the show? Oh, it's
What do you
just
got?
it's just 6th place NorCal Classic right here.
super impressive accolade right there.
All right. In all seriousness, Mason, where'd your hair go?
It's gone.
Dude, I'm jealous of
All right.
Mason's setup with the
Continue your
mic.
conversation. I'm just eavesdropping.
We
but
were talking
live.
about how Bronislaw Ulenkowicz snatched 275 underhand.
Did Drake snatch more the other day?
Not underhand.
Overhand.
We're talking underhand, like grabbing it like this.
Yeah. Like he
I feel
snatched
like
it.
if you like that would be funky, but if you practice that, like think of how much like upper arm, like bicep you could incorporate just on like the
Yeah.
pull.
Like the
I mean, that's like sketchy. You probably pull a bicep tendon trying to just.
Have you seen the people that clean like this underhand?
I have seen
And
that
then
actually.
they'll like switch it once they get up.
Yeah.
That's whack.
All
right,
go
we're-
back to the
we're
workout.
talking about-
Now.
I'm filling in for Brendan.
Is he at the gym?
Yeah, but I'm making him do some decorations for me. I was trying to do decorations, but
Yeah, blue team's slacking on the
dude, I
deck.
know. Also, why didn't I get like you or somebody on my team?
Because I think we're both morning coaches more so they tried to spread it out.
Bro, I'm not even alive in the morning. They just I don't know.
All right, so this workout, I don't like. I don't think it's dense enough on the gymnastics. Like 8 wall walks is like not much. 32 kipping handstand push-ups is okay, but I thought 8 wall walks and then only 80 foot of handstand walking. That's like nothing.
Yeah. It's just so sprinty, I guess. I just feel like the lunge handstand push-up combo is so played out.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I just feel like that.
Castro, that's Castro
every
written all over it right there.
Yeah, and like every quarterfinals and every games is like pressing and lunging. I just feel like it's played out.
What would you do instead?
Didn't they have that like 4 years in a row for quarterfinals where it was like farmer's lunge, handstand push-up, front rack lunge, handstand push-up with a deficit?
Yep. And back in what's it called, Matt Fraser, and back at the games with the heavy kettlebells.
Oh, yep. And then
he's like the only one who finished. What's that workout called? They did it twice.
Fibonacci final.
Yeah, it's like overhead walk. It's like handstand push-up deficit, and then overhead walking lunge. But yeah, I mean, 80-foot handstand walk though. That's nothing.
So do they just want you? I guess they just want you like full on sprinting this whole thing then, because like, I mean, if you're going fast enough, that 80 foot's gonna be kind of nasty,
I
right?
guess. I mean, yeah, you're right. 8-minute cap. I mean, they want you to, and obviously you want to bank as much rest as you can.
Because that's 6 rounds. You got to be at like a minute 15 a round.
Yeah. 40-foot
I don't know.
dumbbell. It's all right. I guess it's fine.
Yeah, that one's okay. I just think it's kind of played out, the lunge and handstand push-up. And then on the 30th minute, you have 10 minutes to find a 1-rep max in overhead squat, front squat, and back squat.
Yeah, I like this.
I really like this one. I like that they have the 3 different squat variations all in the same like max. And then I also like how it's only 10 minutes.
True.
Because that gives you like maybe 2 attempts at each one. And then but it's also like this, I feel like, is a safe way to kind of like have it in such a condensed period because people have already like warmed up from the first 2 workouts.
Yeah, I like it because 10 minutes, like it actually makes it pretty tight. Like you think, oh, it's plenty of time, but like if you're wanting to like push some higher numbers, like get closer to your like 1-rep max and you fail, like that'd be so stressful. Even if you fail 1 bar, just the fact have to strip some weights off, even if you can get help, but still it's just like, oh crap, it's stressful. And then you just feel like you're like chasing or the clock's just like chasing you the rest of the time. So and yeah, I just think it's good because it exposes people. If like a lot of people have a strong squat, but it's like, yeah, your overhead position might suck. So if you just like absolutely tank the overhead squat, then like you get punished for it. And then also, I mean, I always listen to freaking like JR and Taylor and Bill Grundler and Chase Ingram talk about like they just hate like rested 1-rep maxes. And I've definitely like become in favor of that like mindset too. It's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do any like rested 1-reps in the sport. Like there's not really any need for it. So like after it's 2 metcons, I like that setup.
Yeah, I think especially if you only have, what is this, 8 workouts, like, or 6?
5, right?
Just 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
Like if you only have 6 scores, like having a rested 1-rep is a little bit much, I think. Obviously, I think it's fine if you have like 15, 20 scores.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day training. It's like if you have a single modality of one thing, like you got to have it for the other 2 things. And it's like if you're having 6 scores, you're not most likely not going to have 3 single modality tests. I mean, you could, but kind of boring.
And even then, it's kind of sus to have only one because, like, if your single modality is a squat, you're not testing any like upper body pressing or pulling in that same thing. So I just
if you
feel
did
like
single modality, it would definitely have to be like something Oli, where it's way more dynamic and require some skill and coordination. And
okay, what would you rate this overall, like as a qualifier?
I think it's pretty good, honestly. I don't like the way the first one's written, but like it's fine if you understand it. I mean, I don't think I have that much notoriety to give it much of a rating. I'd say
If you were gonna do it,
dude, personally, like bias, like I think it's a pretty good qualifier for me. I'd say like an 8, like for me personally, and then maybe just overall compared to like all their qualifiers, give it a 7.
I like it. Yeah, I'll put it up at probably up there, 7. Again, I feel like some of this stuff's a little played out, but
I haven't given much thought, like comparing it to other ones either. But I mean, overall, the workouts I think are pretty balanced. I didn't see like any like glaring holes. I don't think there was any like heavy upper body pressing. There was like the handstand push-ups, the devil press,
all walk.
yeah, and then the light thruster. But like they're not putting really any. I mean, they're not putting anything heavy overhead, which is not like terrible. They're doing plenty of overhead. That was like the only thing I could think of that was like not there necessarily.
Yeah, I do think the Well, I don't know. What do you think about having like 3 squat? Do you need something? I was worried that music was too loud. I was wondering if having this like max squat and the squat clean is a bit much for like 8 workouts or 6 workouts actually. What do you think?
Wait, what, Matt? Like the thruster?
Well, they have these 3 squat maxes, and then they also have the workout that was the burpees and squat cleans, which I think is going to be for a lot of people like limited by like your squatting ability.
That actually is a lot of legs, dude. If you think about the squats, the thrusters, the squat cleans, and then the lunges
The
too.
lunge.
So
Yeah.
that's actually heavy loaded. I didn't like do that deep dive of a analysis, but yeah, that's actually way too much squatting. Because I mean, lunging is a single leg squat basically.
Yeah.
That's a lot of legs. I mean, that's 4 out of the 6 workouts.
Yep. And then I guess the AMRAP has like a lot of box jump overs.
Dang.
I still think it's good. I don't think there's anything wrong with that much legs, to be honest. I don't know how long they had to do this though.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. Anyway, let's talk about the what?
Yeah, the Brazil. I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, the TCB. Let me pull up the first one. These are pretty interesting. I'm actually excited to talk about these because
these
got
are
a little
online
bit
qualifiers too.
Yeah, so Brazil has like their own. It's kind of like it's like their national thing. Like it's all of Brazil. I don't know what it'd be similar to, but it's kind of like their own little like CrossFit Games. But this is like the first step in the qualifier. They have this qualifier, and then everybody goes to like their region. If in person, if they qualify through there, they'll go to like their region in person, and then from there you can qualify to like the whole thing. It's called TCB.
I can't believe CrossFit's that big in Brazil, where it's like they can have their own.
Yeah, it's huge, dude.
And it's like there's probably like no money like involved. It's just purely out of love for the game of CrossFit.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah, it's huge down there, dude. It's crazy. Like the city I went to had 5 million people. There was a CrossFit gym like every 3 blocks.
Jeez.
Like think about that, because Salt Lake only has what, one?
One
two?
CrossFit too?
Yeah, 2, right?
I mean, you're talking like downtown Salt Lake?
Just like in the city.
Yeah, like down. I have no idea. It's got to be more than that. SLC CrossFit, U CrossFit, and there's tons just on the outside. I don't know. I don't even know downtown wise.
But yeah, anyway, there was a lot like in the within the city. Like it was every few blocks you'd see a CrossFit gym. Anyway, so this is the first one. Until you finish 50 thrusters, every minute you have to do bar facing burpees. On the 0th minute, it's 12. On the first, it's 11, and then it goes down until you do max thruster. And you do this until you finish 50 thrusters. This was at, I think, like 115 would have been the weight. It's 50 kilograms.
Okay.
And then obviously there's a 13-minute cap. I really like this one. I think it's cool how it like descends. I think for like if you're like really elite, it probably isn't quite enough, because I saw dudes finishing this in like 2.5 minutes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could.
Because there was guys doing like 12 and then
And
20,
what, like 20 seconds?
11, 20, 10, 10, and they were done with 50.
You could sprint 12 bar facing burpees, what, in like 12 seconds? Or, sorry, 20 seconds?
Yeah, 20 probably.
So that gives you 35 seconds to
do the thrusters.
Yeah, you could hurt pretty bad and get this done in like the 3rd minute, I guess. So maybe not.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it was 135 though?
Yeah, I think that would probably be better for
just because like you would actually
elite.
have to pace. You would actually have to pace out the first few rounds
Yeah.
And then like somewhere like maybe once you get to rounds like 8 of burpees, like the 8 burpees or 7 burpees, then you try to like kind of gas it out right there. But it's like you can't gas it out early on, or else you're just gonna hit a wall. Yeah, because those burpees are gonna add up. Like those top rounds, 12, 11, 10. Oof.
Crazy, dude.
By the third minute.
I actually really like this one. I think this would be a sick open workout too.
Yeah.
But that's part of the kind of the problem is like they have like really elite dudes like games athletes like Bruno Martins and stuff doing this, but then they also it's like kind of the open for them, like their Brazil thing. So there's like just like regular gym people doing it too.
Right.
So I think this is like a good mix for that.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you put thrusters and burpees together, you know it's going to be a test of fitness, no doubt. So it's pretty good.
Do you think you could do this in sub 3?
Man. I mean, if you're telling me people have, then I would like to just confidently say I could.
You could do 18, 18, 14.
18, 18, 14. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah. I just only because I'm just thinking to the freaking NorCal qualifier workout I did. And it was a 95-pound barbell. Did you see that one? Like the EMOM?
No. What was it? Oh yeah.
Like
it was
the
like
building
the
on it, like builds every minute. Right. Yeah. So like I mean, it went up to the whatever round and I had to crank out 24 unbroken. Like, yeah, it was a lot of thrusters. So that workout gave me confidence to think like I could hang on to barbells for a while. Even though Colton Mertens is doing like 27 unbroken, making the rest of us look like child's play.
That was crazy. Did you watch that on Sevon's?
I tuned in and and then like after I did the workout, I was like, he did a whole nother round after me, and then some. Like I was just like, yeah, child's play.
Insane. Okay, now this is where it starts to get a little bit weird. So, this is point 2 and kind of point 3. There's 2 scores to this one. So it's a 7-minute AMRAP, 5 shuttle runs, and then ascending snatches going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the weird part here is that the first score is the number of reps you get. And the second score is the weight you decided to do on the snatch.
So just like one weight?
Yeah. So let's say you decided to do a 95-pound barbell for the snatch, and I decided to do 135. Then my score on part B would be 135 and yours would be 95. And then let's say we got the same number of like reps, then we would tie for that one.
I don't like that. Especially if they're the same. Because if they're equally scored, like A is 50 points, B is 50 points. Let's just say I just picked 275 for my bar and just hit 1.
Yeah, right? But then you'd only get 6 reps on the first part. Right.
So you'd get, but it's like you would take first. I mean, you wouldn't obviously want to sandbag it that bad for one of them.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like if Guy did this, he could probably do it at like 205.
Right, and still get a decent.
And still get like top.
I just takes out. I hate how it's the 2 scores because it's like what? There's no point in gaming it if you're rewarding both styles. If you're rewarding weight and reps, I feel like when that style has always been a thing. It's like one score because like you're trying to find the balance of the weight and the reps. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, and if you're letting me pick like an 88-pound barbell and then you pick like a 205, like you're not even testing the same thing.
No, yeah, it's a different test. I wish they would just mandate it like a weight. I feel like you only see these at like small comps, like local comps. I mean, obviously this is like a bigger one.
Or you can pick it,
I guess. But I don't think you ever seen this at like a real competition or qualifier.
Yeah.
Dude, how many viewers we got on? Like 1,000?
Yeah, we got 14, 20. I don't know. I want to like do the math on this and see like if it's even reasonable to like have this.
Yeah.
Like I wish I don't know how to see the leaderboard for this, but I would love to know, like, if people are picking, like, if everybody's picking, like, about the same weight, or if there was someone who, like, picked some crazy weight.
So how 7-minute AMRAP, 5 shuttle runs. This is normal 25 and 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can go quick. So I think like for guys, I would think like 135 is probably the move.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking 125 for myself.
Okay. Yeah, just
Just because I
something.
think I could stay unbroken at 125 until, like, the round of, like, probably the whole time, honestly.
You would just go touch and go? I
Yeah.
didn't think it'd be worth going touch and go. Like touch and go is hardly any faster. I mean, I would maybe up to like the first 3. I don't know. 7 minute, dude. 7 minutes, such a like a hot commodity time domain. I feel like for AMRAPs, it's just like such a tough time domain where it's just like you have to push so fast because it's too short. But like pushing that fast for that long hurts so bad.
Well, when I first read this, I really liked it because I thought, or when I first heard this one, I thought it was just the 88-pound barbell, like that was a required weight. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's perfect, because then everyone's going to have to be completely unbroken on the snatch. Like, you don't have a choice. You'll have to, like, cycle it if it's only 88.
Why did they
And then
write
that would
that?
make you just full sprint the shuttle run. Like, that would be nasty because it would just come down like how fast you could run shuttles.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't want like a qualifier workout being dictated off of how fast someone can sprint shuttle runs. I think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Good training piece, but
I don't know. I'm just like, I think the snatch, being able to pick your weight, is crazy.
yeah, it's kind of just goofy to me. I don't love it.
Huh. Okay. So that's the second part. The third one is, I think, even weirder if I remember correctly.
It's the one that's pick your own adventure.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the 25.3. Come on. Okay. So you can pick version. There's 3 versions, and you can pick whichever you want. The first version is everything has to be unbroken. 100 double unders, 80 unbroken wall balls, 60 unbroken deadlifts, 40 unbroken toes to bar, 20 unbroken strict handstand push-ups, 10 unbroken double dumbbell hang snatch, and then I think the cash out is not required to be unbroken, but it's 162 double unders. So that's version 1.
I don't
And
get
then,
the cash out. What is that? Like, why? Just cause.
like, what's the point of it?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah,
It's just 162 double. Like numbers are so weird. And who's gonna pick that version? Like going 80 unbroken wall balls, and then having to do 60 unbroken deadlifts, and then 40 unbroken. Dude, no one's picking that version.
I've seen, I think only one person who picked it, and it was Bruno.
It's not any faster. No way.
Well, the thing is, this is way less reps than the other 2.
Oh, they're different reps.
So you can see here, this is 80 wall balls. Version 2 is 2 rounds of 48 wall balls.
Oh, I didn't even look into it that far. Okay.
So now the wall balls go up by 16 reps. So now instead of 80, it's 96.
Okay.
But it's less chunk. It's a smaller chunks. So this one's 2 rounds of 60 unbroken double under, 48 unbroken wall ball, 36, 24, 12, and then 6 with 100 double under cash out.
The cash
So
out
it's like,
for me.
So it's the chunks are smaller, but you have more work to do.
Okay. What's the other one?
And then the last one is 8 rounds.
Oh, jeez.
Of 20 unbroken wall double under, 15 wall ball, 10 deadlift, 8 toes to bar, 4 strict handstand push up, and 2 dumbbell snatch.
Go back to the middle one again.
What's 15 times 8?
That's too much math for me. I think the 2 round might be the way to go. Ooh, I don't know, dude. Maybe like that first one, actually. Maybe I bite my own words, but it's like that workout we did on Monday where it's like, yeah, you got to suffer to hold on broken, and then you just kind of rest for a minute until you can hit the next one. Because what was it, 60 kilos for the deadlift?
Yeah, so it's like 135 basically.
Oh, that's not, dude. That might be the way to go, actually.
Yeah, I
mean, it
mean,
would suck. You'd be blown up. I think the hardest part about that is 40. Ooh, no, 40 toes to bar after all that.
nasty, bro.
You got to be pretty elite to be able to do 40 toes to bar.
So I saw somebody do this at the gym when I was there. He did this version with the 1 round, and he failed his 20th strict handstand push-up.
so bad. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, I just did my max set of toes to bar fresh 50.
it was,
so I'm like, I do not think I could get 4. I mean, maybe I could if I rested for 4 minutes after the deadlift.
Dude,
I mean,
and the 60 deadlifts, like your grip's gonna be blown up, and then you gotta freaking hop up for 40 toes to bar.
Yeah, that'd be the hardest part of grip. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think you've got to go the 2 rounds. The 8 rounds is just way too many transitions.
And the 8 rounds, the wall balls go from what's 8? It's 8 times 15.
6 times 15 is 90, so 105, and then 120. 120.
So that's 40 more wall balls than the first version, and 24 than the middle version.
It's only 160 double unders, though. That's not much more double unders. It's weird.
No.
For my
deadlift, that's 20 more deadlift. And
my thing is like, that's so sketchy programming it that way. Like, how do you even know that like those were the right values to pick? Like, I just feel like
this had to be.
I was like, I feel like it's
they had to have tested the crap out of this, bro.
I don't think there's no way though they did. Like, they had someone test the same person test every single. I mean, maybe, but I'm just like, I feel like that's such a shot in the dark. Like, oh, I hope these are the right numbers and things.
So what do you think about this? I think it's sick, and I actually really like it because you get rewarded for being able to do bigger chunks.
Yeah,
by having less work.
You've always liked that.
But I don't like that you have 2 like kind of choose your own adventures in the same qualifier.
Yeah.
Because you can pick your snatch weight, and then you can pick this. So it's like if I pick the 8 rounds and then you pick the 1 round, and I pick an 88-pound snatch and you pick a 205 snatch, like we're like not even getting tested in the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good argument.
But I do like this, and I think it's cool. Like I personally could not. I wouldn't even think about attempting version A.
I think that'd be dope, like as a training piece. To
try
toes to bar. No, just dude, 40 toes to bar.
Insane.
I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased because toes to bar is not a great movement for me historically. I was gonna say, like, I wonder if like pull-ups would have been more appropriate there. This is I'm thinking like, dude, only like games caliber people could do those 40 unbroken right there.
Yeah.
Unless you're obviously just like a specialist. I don't know. That's gross. Like 40 pull-ups would be hard too, no doubt.
Yeah.
But even if you had to do like 30 butterflies and then just finish the last 10 like kipping, you could hold on to it. That sucks so bad. I gotta go in like 2 minutes.
All right. Okay, let's look at this last one real quick. I don't remember what the last one was. Oh yeah. Okay. So 0 to 3, find a max load of 1 clean, 2 shoulder to overhead, 3 overhead squat. 3 to 6, you do max bar muscle ups in 3 minutes. And then 6 to 9, you do that same lift again. So score A is the sum of the most lifted per window. And then part B is the number of reps you get on bar muscle up.
Wait, so A again is what?
It's the most you lifted in part 0 to 3, and then plus the most you lifted in 6 to 9.
I don't like them just repeating the same complex inside the same thing.
I think it would have been cool if this was like a clean complex and this was a snatch complex.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of like you're just doing the exact same thing. Like you just want to like get fatigued and say how you do it after the fatigue of the bar muscle ups.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What would you think if one was clean and one was snatch? Like a snatch complex.
I think
and a
that's
clean
better.
complex.
Just just doing a little more variance there with like strength component. And yeah, it's just like one more additional layer of the test, like just testing different movement. Yeah, I think that's kind of dumb to do the same thing.
But I mean,
testing
it's
for
really
load.
not. Yeah.
I mean, it's the
Actually,
same. I
it's
mean,
not
you're just.
that bad.
I don't know. I don't like
It's
it. I
like,
don't know.
do you think anyone would fall off like significantly from the first window to the second one?
Yeah, if you have like great capacity, I mean, 3 minutes of bar muscle ups, dude, guys are going to be doing like. I mean, you could have the potential to do freaking.
Yeah, that's a good point. You almost
over
get
40 bar muscle ups.
like dinged for being good at bar muscle ups.
Yeah, that's a good
Because like if
point.
you're not that
They
good
get
at bar
punished for
muscle
being
ups,
fit.
yeah.
But I mean, that's just
If you're
core
not
in
that,
itself, right? That kind of brings you back to like.
yeah, but I mean, like, let's say I hit 200 on the first part, right? And then I do like freaking 45 bar muscle ups, and then I'm only able to hit like 150. But then some other guy does 200 on the first part, but he can only do like 10 bar muscle ups, and then he can hit 200 again. He just beat me in the lifting one just because he's not that good at bar muscle ups.
I mean, it's like what we see, and we saw this in the Open in 23 with the shuttle runs and then the thruster. Like people just sucked at the running, the thrusters and the burpee pull-ups. That's just like the same example that we've always seen in the Open when there's the part A, part B. But I gotta go. I gotta go coach.
Yes.
So
All right, man. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, bye. All right. Let's see. I'm already on, so should I talk about do I have anything else to talk about? I don't think so. I got a new video coming out soon. I'm in the process of editing it. Hopefully it'll be out within the next 3 or 4 days. And yeah, that's all I got. All right. Goodbye.